I'm worried. I don't know about you. Proper FA Cup time. Proper cup time.
It really was.
We would.
Get it in. No, it was a proper cup tie. Give full credit to Birmingham. Actually got to play really well. But I think our experience has shown in the end, didn't it, Sam? It was a case of just keeping the ball a little bit. You know, Sergio Tonali completely changed the game in terms of just, you know, calming it down a little bit, because it was a bit 100 miles an hour. But, you know, fair play. I think Joe Willock, look, last couple of weeks, it's not been great for him in terms of idiots off the pitch. I'm going to put it politely. But what a finish! Great finish. We can just see it behind us in front of us in the replay.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to show you.
But
yeah,
finish.
Yeah, it was. We have won 3-2. We're into the 5th round of the FA Cup. It's too early to dream of double bubble for Wembley just yet, so behave yourself. But anyway, Karl, we started awfully.
We did. It was 90 seconds in, and Birmingham City were 1-0 up. I don't know who it was. He was left just past the back post, completely free. He's headed it back in, and I think it ended up a deflected goal, wasn't it? But poor defending, just hadn't woke up, and Bowman took advantage straight away, and you thought, oh God, here we go. But thankfully, we come out with a result.
We responded okay. Our right-hand side looked sharp going forward, but defensively it was awful. And they exploited that a couple of times. We got the leveller relatively quickly afterwards. Because of where we were in the stadium, the opposite end, we didn't know it had gone in until... There we go. Yeah, we didn't realise the goal had gone in. And it was two goals in relatively quick succession, and then it had turned on its head.
Yeah, the first one, Joe Willock getting the goal, I'll be honest, like Sam says, I don't know exactly what happened. I know he had a shot towards goal, but it looked like a Sula missed it from a couple of yards out, and then we thought it was a flag for offside, but it was actually because the ball went over the line. Tell us in the comments if it was miles over the line, but yeah, that was 1-1, and very quickly, Callum Wilson does what Callum Wilson does, gets in the right areas and puts the ball in the back of the net from close range. That is just typical Callum Wilson. First start, 55, 60 minutes, that's what he needed today. And, you know, Newcastle go 2-0, but it wasn't for long, was it, Sam?
No, it wasn't. We'll touch on a bit of injuries after, but it was great to see Wilson back. Just remind us of his qualities, really, because look, he's a natural goal scorer, and that's what he does. There's no kind of fanciful things with Callum Wilson. He scores goals, that's what he does, old-fashioned number 9, and it's brilliant to see him back. He could be, and it's a big if as well, because if he stays fit, there's always going to be the question mark, but he could be huge for us in the second half of the season.
Oh, massively so. You know, we've already had the conversation about, God forbid anything happens to Alexander Isak, we think we'd be really in the shit and in the muck of the bullets, but you know, Callum Wilson getting back, and you know, I know, no disrespect to Birmingham, no League One side, they put a really good performance on today, but Asuna looked really strong as well. So for him to push Callum Wilson to his best and vice versa, it's, you know, where we've been worrying about having a bit of lack of depth up top, we've got a few options now should we need them, to be fair.
Yeah, I thought Asuna looked better out wide than when he got moved to the centre, but yeah, he had a very good game today, Asuna. Look, we went in. Go on, Karl.
I was just going to say, he's deceptively strong. He holds the ball up really well. Obviously, he's explosive as well. There's a lot of things to work on in his game, but you can almost see why they've bought him, because there is a potential ceiling for them to work with him, hopefully. You know, we've been critical of him behind the scenes, I would say, and maybe not giving him enough of a shout on the things that he's done. But he looked pretty tidy. He's looked tidy. There's something there.
There is. Unfortunately, we didn't go into half-time ahead thanks to an absolute thunder bastard. What a finish it was. Absolutely superb. Can't argue with that. Hold your hands up. Tonali came on for Bruno at half-time, which I think was always going to be the plan. He made a world of difference.
Yeah, he did. It was a massive... It was very... It was. Look, I didn't want Bruno to come off, I have to be honest, but I can understand that he's played 90 minutes on Wednesday. You can tell it was pre-planned, but he made a massive difference. Made a massive difference in just calming everything down. You know, we keep saying this with Tonali. We don't know how good he is, really, in terms of how far he can actually go in terms of his quality, because he is that good. And he might be, some people already say now, he might be world class. And I'm not just saying that on today's performance.
You can say, might be, he is.
I think and that's the thing, though. But like what we have got a gem of a player. But it brought the best out of Miley. I thought Miley was really strong today. It brought the best out of Sean Longstaff at times, particularly in the second half. I don't think it was Sean's strongest first half. but it was a lot more comfortable, a lot more dominant. Yes, we're against a League One side, which, if we're being honest, it's probably a mid-table Championship side, if we're being really, really honest. But at the end, it was kind of comfortable. I never felt really threatened, and you got to give credit to Willock again.
Yeah, absolutely. Byrne went off injured, and Cher came on, and then there was a long delay. And fingers crossed, the Birmingham midfielder Leonard is A-OK. It looked very nasty, stretched it off. Whether it's a broken leg or it looked a bit of a knee issue from afar, I'm not sure. But fingers crossed, and all the best wishes to him on a speedy recovery. But we reacted well from a long delay, hence where the 12 minutes of stoppage time came from, and we eventually, I think our quality showed in the end, and we got the goal. The fifth goal in this game was always going to be important, and it ultimately was, because it was the winner.
I think obviously we've spent a lot of time with Blues fans today, some friends of mine, and they've been very open about the fact that they want to see them play against Newcastle United and continue to play the way they have been and not sit back, and they did exactly that. And I think it just proved the quality between the two sides in terms of fitness as well, and we just started to shine through Tonali, etc. And then Lewis Money, who's had an excellent game, started to shine through towards the end. You got Jacob Murphy, who's come on and added that little bit extra. He's still with Basula on there as well, and Joe Willock just kept going and going and going, and Premier League, the cream always rises to the top, doesn't it? And thankfully it did.
Yeah, it was a monumental effort from Birmingham. I think they'd emptied in the end, basically. Credit to their fan base as well. What I will say is, you don't need the fireworks, you don't need the pyrotechnics. You've got the fan base to generate a good atmosphere on your own.
This ground is rough. So many fans have turned around and said, these are the grounds you want to play.
Yeah, you don't need that faff. It just does. It's so unnecessary, and the rapper at the start was a bit cringe.
It is. He was getting a lot. He was getting a lot of stick. He was rattled as he was walking past us in the front row. But no, I'll give credit to him. They're probably the best noise I've ever experienced in the Midlands. But good win. 5th round, bring it on.
Absolutely, man. Bit of a slightly different last word today, but you will enjoy the vlog as well. It's a raucous atmosphere as always, as every away day normally is. But Newcastle United are safely through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. Stay tuned to NFTV.